Good morning, friends. Today we'll be learning about the chapter polynomials, that's chapter 2. Now, what are polynomials? Let's first discuss what are polynomials. Now, polynomials are algebraic expressions where the powers of the variable should be whole numbers. Now, there are two words that we should be careful with, that is, what is a variable? Now, variables are the unknown quantities that are present in all algebraic expressions. The most common variables that are used are like letters like x, y, z, etc. And I believe all of us, we know what are whole numbers. Whole numbers starts from the number 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. The most common way of naming a polynomial is in the form of p of x. Now this represents p means a polynomial in bracket x. Now this, of course, we will be naming it as p of x. That means this polynomial is represented using the variable x. The standard way of writing a polynomial is in this form, that is a0 x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus a2 x power n minus 2 and so on. Now here the letters a0, a1, a2, a3 and so on, these are representing constants. They can be of different forms. Now for examples like the first one, this algebraic expression x cubed plus 5x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now here we can see that we have four terms here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in these four terms, let's look at the power of the variable. Here our variable is x. Now if you look at the first term, the power of the variable here is 3. Second term, the power of the variable x is 2. Third term, the power of the variable x is 1. Last term, there is no x, but of course we can write x power 0, because we all know that x power 0 is 1, or anything to the power 0 is 1. So here it is seen that the powers of x in all the four terms are all whole numbers, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So this is a polynomial. Let's move on to the second one, b. Here of course the variable is y. So as I mentioned earlier, variables can vary, sometimes x, sometimes y. So in this polynomial, in this algebraic expression, we have here three terms, 1, 2 and 3 terms. Now in each of these three terms we can see that the power of y in the first term is 3, the second term 2, last term 1. So here also we can see that the powers of the variable y are all whole numbers. So this also represents a polynomial. So maybe this one we can write it as p of y, that is a polynomial in the variable y. The first one, of course, we can write p of x. Let's move on to the third one. Now here root over of x plus 5x squared. So as I had mentioned, every polynomial should be written in this standard form, that is x power n minus 1, x power n minus 2. So this we will have to write one more step, that is root over of x can be written as x power 1 by 2 plus 5x squared. We all know that root over of nth root of x power n is written as x power 1 by n. So now it's clear that in this given algebraic expression, the power here is 1 by 2. Now we know 1 by 2 is not a whole number, so it's clear that this is not a polynomial. Please don't mind my handwriting here. Move on to the fourth expression. Now in this expression we should not be concerned, sometimes it gets very tricky, but we should not be concerned with the constants. Okay, our main concern is with the variable only. So if we look at all the four terms, the first term the power is 4, second term the power is 3, third term the power is 1, fourth term this is a constant, so it's alright. Or maybe, as I mentioned in first question, we can write x power 0 also. So here also all the powers of the variable x are all whole numbers, so this also is a polynomial. Number 5, that is whole root over of 4x plus 3. Again, if we look at the standard form of the polynomial, that has to be written as a0 x power n plus, that means all the terms are to be independent, so there is like no whole that is being allowed when you write a polynomial. So this one, if we have to write as 1 by 4x plus 3 whole power 1 by 2. So this is not a polynomial because this whole power of 1 by 2, this is not allowed. In the fifth question, that is 2x plus 1 by x, again this is also not in the standard form of a power a naught x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 and so on. So if we have to write, we can write this 2x plus 1 by x means x power 1, so that's going to be 1 by x, 2x plus x power minus 1. So again, in this expression we can see that the power is minus 1, so this is also not a polynomial because, I repeat again, the powers should all be whole numbers, that is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. In the last question, this is again not in the standard form where all the terms are to be written independently, so we will write some steps, that is we'll multiply. So 2x into x, 2x cube into x squared, that is 2x3 plus 2. We know from law of indices it's like a power m into a power n will be written as a power m plus n. So sometimes students, what they do is they just multiply 3 2s are 6. No, this is the law that we have. Minus with the second term, so plus into minus is minus, 2 3s are 6, x power 3 plus 1, so that will be 2x power 5 minus 6x power 4. So once it is done, this is representing a polynomial in the standard form, and we can see that the powers are 5 and 4, so this also represents a polynomial. So I believe that the concept with what is a polynomial is clear in this video. Students, we should always remember that when it comes to polynomials, our main concern is that first recognize the variable and look at the powers of the variable. As long as the powers of the variables are all whole numbers, then it will always be representing a polynomial. Thank you.